Hello everyone. So we are here to learn about the new education policy 2020. So I am Dr. Jayati Chatterjee Mitra from Department of Chemistry, CVRU, Dr. C.V. Raman University, Bilaspur. So as we all know, new education policy 2020, this has made a dynamic change in the whole education system. So as we know that the society, that means our society, relies on the education of its people to take itself towards forward, and so the development of education is crucial to the overall success of society. Now, as we all know that educational systems are facing diverse challenges worldwide, and thus the knowledge, skills, learning and schooling are being redefined. So along with the improved administration, the education system needs an overall to address the India's perception to redefine the broader objectives of the education system, and this will require a fundamental re-engineering of assessments. So perhaps it is not the students we should be labeling as disabled or unable to learn, but rather the schools and education system as a whole. So it is very important to come into effect and make a new education policy towards the broadening and excellence in education. So now, as we all know, the new education policy, that is NEP 2020, which has made a paradigm shift after the 34 years. Before 34 years, the education policy was there, and it has been changed after 34 years. There is a huge paradigm shift. So moving forward and to proceed further, we should have a snapshot of this, that the first one is that the new structure of school education system, that has changed much, and when came into be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. The second snapshot is that earlier it was 10 plus 2, and before that other system, and now it has been 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Also, the new education policy incorporated the 8 semester scheme from class 9 to class 12, and there is very less and low weightage in the board examination. But though holistic primary education is compulsory for all till 2025. Now, the preference of 4-year bachelor degree is very important. If you want to go for any entrepreneurship or any job oriented courses, then you can move after 3 years bachelor degree. But the preference for research will be given after only 4 years bachelor degree. There is multidisciplinary bachelor degree also. Now, as we all know, the education policy has made a broad change, an effective change. So we should go towards the key outlines of the education policy, new education policy. The first thing is that one by one we will also move towards this key outline explanations. So first we should go at a glance regarding this key outlines of the NEP 2020. To emerge as global knowledge superpower. This was also the main objective of making the new education policy 2020. The second thing is the application of the new norms into the existence. There is a new outlook, there is a new framework, the 3 language system has been incorporated. Focus on Indian sign languages has also been made. There is lot of ease in higher education system. There is incorporation of the innovative content, preparatory class for brain development, innovative appraisal and new examination system also. The regulatory bodies under one umbrella, professional standard for teachers, ease in higher education system, foreign participation, digitization using ICT, autonomy to the institutions, and also restructuring the NCC, that is the National Cadet Corps wings, because it gave the beneficial effect, that is benefiting the marginalized. So one by one we will go with all these basic key outlines of the NEP 2020, new education system in India. So by moving forward, we can see the first outline we have already discussed, that is global knowledge superpower. This NEP 2020 aims at making India a global knowledge superpower. The new academic session will begin in September-October. As we all know, there is a delay due to the unprecedented coronavirus disease, that is COVID-19 outbreak during this pandemic period. So there is a delay in academic session. But though the school complexes which are to be used for adult education after the courses, that means the courses for adult education should be there after the school hours. Before that, school education will be gone through the buildings. Thereafter, the schools will be completely ICT equipped, information communication technology. That is very essential nowadays during this online education system in pandemic period. Now, the NEP also incorporates the multiple entry and exit system. Credit bank will be introduced. Emphasis is there, lot of emphasis is there on the mother tongue. It is very important for a child to learn his mother tongue. So, emphasis has been made in this NEP 2020 on the mother tongue itself. There is participation into higher education must be 50% during up to 2035. There will be very higher jump towards participation in higher education. Nowadays, most of the children they go for some other aspects after getting graduation or after getting 10th and 12th or 12th. After only 10th and 12th school education, they don't completely move towards higher education system. But because of this new education policy, most of the adults will go towards higher education, have their participation, 50% participation will there throughout the India, throughout the country in higher education system. And because of this only, the gross enrollment ratio, that is GER in higher education system, will also increase throughout the country. Now the board examination has been decided to be twice in a year, and there is a new evaluation system. The evaluation system will go through the self-evaluation, peers, evaluation by the peers, and the evaluation by your teachers. So this is the basic framework which has been made for making India as a global knowledge superpower. Now the key points towards the next outline is the new norms. The incorporation of new norms. As we all know, various new norms has been made more effective for incorporating in the new education system. That is incorporation of artificial intelligence based evaluation. The evaluation system will be based on artificial intelligence. Introducing National Assessment Center as Parak. There will be assessment throughout the country in the National Assessment Center, that is called NAC, named by Parak. No hard separation between regular and vocational studies. There will be minimum 10 days without bags, and no hard separation among science, arts and commerce. That means science, arts and commerce in one umbrella. There will be no differentiation among students that he is very intelligent student because he has taken science, he is very poor student, he has taken arts, and he is the average student as he has taken commerce. This type of differentiation will not be there, and no stress will be developed on the minds of the students going for higher education or +2 stream, that is during their 11th and 12th. So no hard separation among science, arts and commerce stream. They can take the subjects, there will be electives, and the students are free to take choice any of their subjects from science, arts and commerce. They can pursue PhD, means all the students can pursue PhD after 4 years degree. That means after 3 years degree, 3YGC, you cannot pursue PhD. That means research work. You can pursue for the research work only after 4 years bachelor degree, and you are eligible for PhD. There will be no more MPhil. The Master of Philosophy courses, 1 year courses, 2 semester courses is going on nowadays, but when new education policy will be implemented, no more MPhil courses will be there, means programs, MPhil programs. There is autonomy to the college. Colleges are made autonomous colleges. They will have a full autonomy of teaching, learning and evaluation also. And performance based evaluation is very essential because it is very effective for gaining the category of grade A+, A and B. So there is some new norms which has been implemented. If new education policy is being implemented, these are the new norms. Now next, moving towards the next slide, we can see a new outlook. The new education policy 2020 to bring major changes in the country. New education policy will bring a slew of major changes, including allowing top foreign universities to set up the campus in India, a greater proportion of the students getting vocational education and move towards institutes including IITs and turning multidisciplinary. That will be a very beneficial step in this NEP. That means it is a kind of new outlook. Now, the public and the private higher education institutions will be governed by the same set of norms for regulation, accreditation and academic standards. That is a very nice and outlook which has been made in this new education policy NEP 2020. What I told, that public and private higher education institutions will be governed by the same set of norms for regulation, accreditation and academic standards. This will be maintained very smoothly, the regulation, the norms of regulation, thereafter the assessment and accreditation and various other academic standards. The next step which has been made a new outlook in NEP, and that is a national mission for mentoring will be established with a large pool of outstanding senior retired faculties who would be willing to provide short and long-term mentoring as well as professional support to the universities and college teachers. That is a very essential and new outlook, and this is very important and effective for the faculty members of any higher education institute, whether it is a college or whether it is a university. The next new outlook is that the National Scholarship Portal, that means NSP, that will be expanded to track the progress of students receiving the scholarships. This is the new outlook in NEP 2020. Now let's move on to the next slide, the next outline which I have already mentioned earlier, that is a new framework. NEP 2020 is coming into existence, giving a new framework to the education society. That is, every state and district shall be supported to create a Bal Bhavan, a special daytime boarding school for the benefit of students to contribute to art-related, career-related and play-related activities. Further, Samajik Chetna Kendra, that shall be built out of the free school infrastructure. That is a very nice initiative and very nice new framework which has been introduced in NEP 2020. The next new framework is the collective professional standard to be developed for teachers, namely National Professional Standard Teachers, that we call it as NPST, to be formulated by the National Council for Teachers Education, that we call it as NCTE, already till 2022. That should be formulated by the NCTE till 2022 with the recommendations of NCERT, SCERT, teachers and experts organizations across levels and regions. It is a very nice new framework introduced in NEP 2020. The next framework is that the state or union territories will be set up an independent state school standards authority, SSSA, that is called State School Standard Authority, SSSA. The SCERT will advance an assessment system on the school quality and accreditation framework with the recommendations of all the stakeholders. Okay, these were the new framework. And now moving on to the 3-language system. The NEP 2020 introduces the 3-language system, and 3 languages learned by the children will be the choice of the state, choice of the regions and choice by the students. The 3 languages learned by the children will be the choice of the states, regions and the students, so long as at least 2 of the 3 languages are native to India. That is the condition. And next, medium of the instruction will be the local or regional language. Wherever possible, the medium of instruction until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8 and beyond, will be the home language or mother tongue or the local language or the regional language, anyone else from this category. The next step is that Indian Institute of Translation and Interpretation, that is IITI, proposed all these 3-language system, and the new education policy proposes the setting up of that is IITI, Indian Institute of Translation and Interpretation, while also laying significant emphasis on this language, that is Sanskrit, and the other Indian languages. It is a very nice step in the 3-language system. Moving on to the Indian Sign Languages, NIOS, to develop high quality modules for Indian Sign Languages, and it will also develop high quality module to teach Indian Sign Language and to teach other basic subjects using Indian Sign Language. There will be a preschool section in Kendra Vidyalayas, and preschool sections covering at least 1 year of early childhood care and education will be added to Kendra Vidyalayas and other primary schools around the nation, particularly in the disadvantaged areas. That will be given a preference. And now various new provisions for children with disabilities, they will also be given the preference. There are very new provisions that is not mentioned in the slide, but the various new provisions are there for the children with disabilities. Now, the children with disabilities will be enabled to fully participate in the regular schooling process from the foundational stage onwards to higher education. From foundational stage to higher education with support of educators with cross disability training resource centers. Now, to move forward, there is a lot of ease in higher education because multiple entry and exit program, it aims at 50% gross enrollment ratio up to 2035, and there will be multiple entry and exit options for those students who wish to leave the course in the middle, and their credits will be transferred through academic bank of credits. So there will be ABC, that is called academic bank of credits. Now, the National Committee for Integration of Vocational Education, that is Lok Vidya, important vocational knowledge will be made accessible to the students. The Education Ministry would constitute a National Committee for the Integration of Vocational Knowledge, that is NCIVE. We call it as National Committee for the Integration of Vocational Education. Now, moving on to the next slide, there will be innovative content. Huge incorporation of innovative content. That means content will focus on an idea, means innovative contents will be there which will focus on idea, application and problem solving methods. So the mandate content will focus on key concepts of ideas, applications and problem solving, and teachers and learning, that is teaching learning process will be conducted in a more interactive manner. The curriculum content is also to be reduced, and the curriculum content will be reduced in each subject to its core essentials and make the space for critical thinking and more holistic based education, inquiry based, discovery based, discussion based and analysis based learning. That is a very effective innovative idea and innovative content development regarding the holistic learning, inquiry based learning, discovery based learning, discussion based learning and analysis based learning. Very crucial and effective step, excellent step. The next is the preparatory class for brain development. The preparatory class, that is Bal Vatika, for children below the age of 5. That is very important. Prior to the age of 5, every child will move to a preparatory class or Bal Vatika, that is before class 1, which has an very ECCE qualified teacher in the early childhood care, that is ECCE qualified teacher. Next is the nutrition and the health cards, which is regular health checkups for school students including the mental health. The next one is the National Mission on Foundation Literacy and Numeracy to be set up by MHRD. The next is the National Mission which is set up by MHRD in numeracy, which will be set up towards on priority basis. So let's move on to the next slide, and this is the examination system. Variable methods for board exams, annual semester and modular exams. We can see this NEP 2020 focuses on the boards which may over time also develop further viable models of board exams such as annual, semester or modular board exams, offering all subjects beginning with mathematics at +2 level, and 2 parts of exams are objective type and descriptive type. Means the parts will be objective type and the descriptive type. Now the NTA, that will offer common entrance exam, the National Testing Agency, that is called NTA, that will offer a high quality common aptitude test as well as specialized common subject exams in the science, humanities, language, arts and vocational subjects at least twice every year for university entrance exams. Now the innovative appraisal. The appraisal system has been made very innovative. The 360-degree holistic report card for students. The students will get 360-degree holistic report card which will not only inform about the marks obtained by them in subjects but also their skills and other important points. Importance of board exam to be reduced. Exam can be conducted twice a year and exam will be in 2 parts, that is objective and descriptive. The exam can be conducted twice a year and to promote the knowledge and application rather than to rote learning and sheet. Now we will move towards the next slides later on. So let's stop this presentation here, and some more outlines are there, we will discuss later on.